My name is Allie Lu, formerly known as Allie de Guzman, professionally known as that bitch from the meeting who took home all the bagels.
And also the future Mrs. Sandhu.
Yes, they get it. We are engaged.
All right, fair enough. I'm Baldev Sandhu. My first name, Baldev, is an Indian name meaning one resembling the love child of an IT guy and a Muppet. My first words were mana. No, Baldev is actually an Indian name that means...
he who comes super fast.
Before it meant that, it used to mean God of Strength, which I thought was pretty cool until the kids on the playground beat me up for my lunch money.
Last week.
Just one of the downsides of living next door to a school, you know? But I would like to congratulate, I would say happy couple. Congratulations! Weddings are great, marriage is great. We're so excited to get married. So much changes, you know, like, I think the biggest change I've noticed in myself is I've become super romantic. I've started calling missionary lovely style.
He lays out a hanky for me afterwards. It's lace, it's romantic. Yes, congratulations. I'm so happy for you. I am a little bit offended, though, that you had me come up first to give a toast and not sing at your wedding. That was my main racket. I was a wedding singer for 15 years. I've never seen a blushing bride, but I have done cocaine with 3 of them.
You know, and weddings and marriage are a great way, you know, it's a huge part of it is blending families, you know, and Allie and I, you know, we're also blending cultures, right? Because Allie here is Filipino, and I'm Indian, which makes us an interracial couple. But no one gives a shit because we're both brown. And no one ever looks at the two of us and thinks, wow, look at those heroes bridging the racial divide in this country. No, they see the two of us and they go, yup, brown on brown, like God intended. Carry on, brother. We're getting on the ark. The only people who notice that Allie is a different race are my parents, mainly because they wanted me to have an arranged marriage to a nice Indian girl. And some of you might think an arranged marriage is weird. It's not that weird. An arranged marriage is just when your parents are Tinder. So instead of me telling everyone through an app that I love tacos and adventure, it's just my parents telling your parents whether or not I'm a doctor. What? He's a comedian with a film degree? This is not a good match for a Harvard-educated daughter. Swipe left. And now my parents are just happy I'm done with white girls.
I, too, used to only partake of only white meat. I didn't know better. But I'm glad I got engaged to an Indian guy because I got to outsource my orgasms. And meeting his family is great and all, but they all started adding me on social media, and now it looks like I bought followers. Could never happen with a white guy, you know?
You know, but white families were a little triggering for me, you know, because when I was a kid, my parents thought I wanted to be white.
We all want to be white.
That's true. Sometimes it's just truth up here, you know? But when I was a kid, yeah, my parents thought I wanted to be white because they thought I was ashamed of being Indian, which is, you know, only half true. Cause, you know, I don't know, man, like, white parents are just proud to put a B+ on the fridge, you know? The only thing that stings more than that is knowing I helped that white kid get the B+. All of his parents' love and affection should be coming this way. Like a bukkake of praise. Just let me soak it all up, you know?
Your husband may not be here right now, but at least he's not a comedian. A little bit of advice, don't commit to a comedian, because you're gonna have to prioritize your fights. Like, am I gonna have to fake the orgasm or the laugh? Which is more hurtful?
She won't fake either.
Like, or horrifying. Absolutely horrifying. But yeah, you know, I do love him very much. He's a gentleman. He goes down on me. I'm hoping yours does the same. But he is a comic before he's a gentleman, so he'll insult me before. Because he says I taste better roasted. My second piece of advice, don't commit to a poor guy. Are you anyone here suffering from adult onset poverty? Adult onset poverty affects 2 of 3 roommates. There is currently no cure. It's not good. The first symptom is when you start referring to blueberries as a luxury item. We are so broke, guys. I started counting iCloud storage as real estate. Okay, my parents asked us, what are your financial goals for 2023? I just remember walking in on Baldev, moving money around one day, and I know that sounds very fancy, but it was for movie tickets. In the daytime. So my financial goals for 2023 are maybe, I don't know, a movie at night every once in a while.
We're working on it. But you know, you can weather all things in life as a couple as long as you care for each other, right? Like, that's the big thing here, you know? And I know that Allie cares for me so much because she looks after me, right? Like, I've got like super sensitive dry skin, and she lets me use all of her very fancy and expensive lotions, and I just think that's amazing and beautiful because it shows that she opens up space for me in her world. It also means that I waste so much of your money when I masturbate. Like, I'm not just blowing loads, I'm blowing loads of her cash.
Yeah, every time he comes, we fall behind on the rent.
Rent money's about to be on the registry.
Yeah, it's not good, guys. We're taking a lot of showers together. Not the sexy kind, the kind where we have to save money. Because we have to pay for 300 people's dinners. I'm very envious of you right now. You look fantastic. Give it up for the bride. Doesn't she look stunning? Stunning. You are a hot girl summer bride.
Thank you. I am a bride.
Yeah, it's not very hot girl summer weather right now, but regardless, I'm not ready. Not ready for hot girl summer. I googled how to not look fat on the beach. It just said don't go. And then I realized fat on the beach would be the most disgusting cocktail ever invented. It's just like a shot of 151 and a pint of Ben & Jerry's. Get out of here. I'm really stressed out. We're having a traditional Indian wedding. This is traditional Indian wedding guest attire, but the bride has to be in a fucking crop top.
I got a sword.
Also, I realized we do look like a gender reveal up here.
I'm gonna fart some blue powder real quick.
I'm not ready for it, guys. I gained so much weight over the pandemic. I know it was 3 years ago. Mind your fucking business. Okay, a lot of people are like, Allie, you're not fat. You're fat, P-H-A-T. You're thick, T-H-I-C-C. And I'm like, oh, no, I can't be fat, thick, and illiterate. You know, and we both gained a lot of weight, and I'm not into it. Okay, we can't both be fat. Okay,
we can't both be fat.
Can't both be fat. I'm not trying to be like a brown Mike and Molly up here. And I know you guys are like, Allie, do not fat shame him. I was fat first. He can go for a run. But because you are Indian, instead of going for a run, what is your suggestion?
We could invent a sex move.
Like the Kama Sutra, like his people. He's like, let's just invent our own sex move. So this is our gift to you, okay? It's called the Twix. So when 2 brown people lay naked side by side and just jerk themselves off. And then we come caramel.
The caramel sutra, as it were.
Congratulations, Aisha. I hope we get to meet your husband.